Since August, we have provided you with over 500 highlights from all 6 Naperville area high schools, showcasing dozens of sports and thousands of athletes. The calendar has now turned to June, and it's officially our final episode of the year with the annual Naperville Sports Weekly award show. We have 5 awards to hands out, with the winners being determined by voting from our staff here at NSW. We'll also look at the top plays of the year, so let's begin with the Male Athlete of the Year as Patrick Cotto breaks down the nominees.
We start our Male Athlete of the Year list with the 2023 winner of this award, Luke Williams. Williams was a 4-year varsity standout on the Naperville North football and boys basketball team. On the gridiron, Williams made major contributions on both sides of the ball, racking up 66 tackles, 6 interceptions as a defensive back, to go with 50 catches for 565 yards and 5 touchdowns as a wide receiver, helping North to another 8A playoff appearance. He earned a second straight All-State selection and was named DVC Co-Defensive Player of the Year. On the hardwood, Williams averaged 14 points, 4 boards, and almost 3 assists per game for the Huskies. Despite his career coming to an end midway through the season due to surgery on his labrum, that did not prevent him from earning an All-DVC and IBCA 4A All-State Special Mention. Williams will focus his attention on football at the collegiate level at Purdue University this fall. Naperville Central senior Maverick Oley is up next, a man among boys who gave opposing quarterbacks nightmares on the football field before chucking the shot put or discus for the track and field team. In the fall, Oley piled up 63 tackles, 10 for loss, 5 sacks, and a fumble recovery. The future Ohio Bobcat received an All-State selection and Co-Defensive Player of the Year and Lineman of the Year in the DVC. On the track and field side, Oley won the shot put at the indoor and outdoor DVC championships, and for the first time he won the sectional title in the event. He also took first in the outdoor DVC meet and sectionals for discus. While he was not able to repeat as state champion in the event, he did earn another top 12 finish to wrap up his career before heading out to play football at Ohio University. Staying on the track with Neuqua Valley senior distance runner Zach Close. During the cross-country season, Close took first place in the DVC and regional meets, along with the runner-up finish at sectionals. He then went to finish in 6th place at the state meet at Detweiler Park. His performances were just as consistent for the track team in the spring, where he ran his way to a 3rd place finish in the mile at the Outdoor DVC Championship. He saved his best for last in the final weeks of the season, winning the sectional championship in the 3200, helping the Wildcats win the team sectional title. At the state meet at Eastern Illinois, Close finished his decorated running career with the 4th place medal in the 3200. Next up is Waubonsie Valley two-sport athlete Owen Roberts, who spends his athletic career as a defensive back in the fall and dominating the baseball diamond in the spring. As a junior this fall, Roberts earned an All-DVC honorable mention selection as a defensive back, helping the Warriors improve from 0 wins in 2022 to 4 victories this fall. However, it was with the baseball team this spring where Roberts fully hit his stride. As the DVC Player of the Year and the DVC Pitcher of the Year, the junior led the green and gold to 25 wins, going 10-0 on the mound with a 1.10 ERA and 73 strikeouts in just 57 innings. His final start of the season was one to remember by tossing a no-hitter against Plainfield North to help the Warriors to their first sectional championship appearance since 2005. He also hit .452 with 4 home runs, and a 1.265 OPS at the plate, with the walk-off single to win the regional championship over Hinsdale Central. With his senior year on the horizon, the Warriors are excited to see what Roberts will bring to the table for his final season on the football and baseball field. We finish up with another junior in Mason Hoffman for the Naperville North boys swimming and water polo teams. Hoffman had a stronger winter, qualifying for state in the 200-yard medley relay and 100-yard backstroke for the blue and orange. But water polo is the main entree for this two-sport star once the spring hits. Hoffman took charge, throwing in 130 goals and 55 assists to lead the Huskies in both categories. Naperville North brought home a state trophy for the first time since 2014, finishing the season in third place in addition to the DVC and sectional titles. Hoffman was named first-team All-State for his efforts, and along with fellow All-State selection Jack Reif, Hoffman and his teammates have a great chance at another trip to state next season.
After a strong year in football and a dominating season on the Diamonds, Owen Roberts earns the Male Athletes of the Year. Congratulations to the Warrior. Let's keep it in the same category, but with our Female Athletes of the Year. Patrick Cotto takes us through our nominees.
Our first Female Athlete of the Year nominee goes to a two-sport athlete from Naperville Central in Liv Phillips, a vital member of the girls cross country and track and field program. Phillips was a dominant force from her first race in Red Hawk country by leaving her opponents in the dust. This season, she took her running skills to another level by capturing the DVC, regional, and sectional cross-country crown. At the 3A state meet at Detweiler Park, Phillips ended her high school career as the runner-up medalist and helped the Red Hawks to a top 10 finish. On the track, the results were just as impressive. She was the DVC and sectional champion in both the 3,200 and 1,600 meters. At the state meet to end her career, she added 2 more top 5 state medals, finishing as the runner-up in the 3,200 and in 5th place in the 1,600. After a great 4-year varsity run at the high school level, Phillips will continue her next lap at the University of Wisconsin-Madison in the fall. Next up is another two-sport athlete, Shannon Early, who competed for the Bennett Academy girls basketball and lacrosse team and is no stranger to the NSW Awards show. Early helped the Red Wing Ballers off the bench to another regional championship using her speed and size as a defensive stopper. But it was on the lacrosse pitch where Early had been a superstar since she walked into the doors at Bennett Academy. In Early's senior campaign, she led the Wings with 111 goals to go along with 35 assists, culminating in another first-team All-State selection and the ESCC Player of the Year award. Early also helped Bennett Academy to its first state championship game appearance and a 23-3 record. The Wings fell in the championship game to Loyola, but Early's lacrosse career is not done yet, as she will compete for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish next season. Let's go to the basketball court and softball pitch with Waubonsie Valley 4-year varsity standout Hannah Lobb. It was a tough road on and off the field for Lobb, with the 1-13 record on the hardwood as a freshman and an ACL tear robbing her large chunks of her sophomore softball and junior basketball seasons. But her final year in the green and gold was one to remember, with the basketball team having historic success with Lobb playing a starting role. Lobb averaged 12 points, 5 boards, almost 2 steals, and 1.5 blocks per game as the Warriors set a new school record with 32 wins to go along with the DVC, regional, sectional, and super sectional championships and a 4th place finish at state. Lobb also earned an all-conference and IBCA Class 4A All-State Special Mention. On the softball diamond, she finished her career with an elite performance, batting .551 with 19 dingers and 49 RBIs. She earned DVC Hitter of the Year and is a surefire All-State selection. Her softball career is over, but will take her basketball talents to Army West Point next season. Zawadi Brown has always taken the term two-sport athlete to the next level by competing in 2 varsity sports in the same season over the past 3 years. The senior was either scoring goals for the Neuqua Valley girls lacrosse team or setting new personal best with the girls track and field team. She was an all-DVC and all-sectional selection for the lacrosse team with the Wildcats this spring. Brown was able to outrun the competition time and time again. She was a DVC champion in the indoor championships in the 200, 400, and the 4x2 meter relay. During the outdoor portion of the season, Brown won the sectional title in the 100 and 200 meter dash and the 4x2 meter relay. She ended her decorated career with 3 state medals at Eastern Illinois, 4th place in the 4x2 and the 100 meters, and a state championship in the 200 meter dash. After one of the greatest athletic careers Neuqua Valley has ever seen, Brown will continue to use her speed on the lacrosse pitch at Vanderbilt University. Last but certainly not least is Naperville North girls water polo standout Kelsey Wessel. The senior led the Huskies in scoring with an incredible 140 goals to go with 60 assists, resulting in another DVC and sectional championship for the program. She helped the Huskies bring home a 4th place state trophy following a 32-3 season. Her performance in the pool earned her a first-team All-State selection and the Illinois Girls Water Polo Player of the Year award. While her water polo career has come to a close, Wessel left an incredible legacy with one of the elite programs in Illinois water polo history.
The Female Athlete of the Year goes to Hannah Lobb. She dominated on both the hardwood and the base pass since her freshman season. Up next, let's hand out our Newcomer of the Year here on NSW.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Whether they were freshmen or competed on the varsity level for the first time, our Newcomer of the Year nominees shined throughout their first season on campus. NSW's Justin Cornwell has more on these fresh faces.
Our first Newcomer of the Year nominee is the only upperclassman on the list. Aiden Clark stepped into the starting running back role for Naperville Central football and hit the ground running. The Redhawks won the DVC championship and advanced to the second round of the 8A playoffs, thanks in large part to the junior's efforts as Clark rushed for over 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns to go along with 14 catches out of the backfield and another score. His peak performance came in a round 1 playoff game against Downers Grove South, where he scored 4 touchdowns on the night in an impressive 31-22 victory. This spring, he stepped into the batter's box for the Central baseball team and proved to be just as valuable. Clark hit .377 on the season with a .463 on-base percentage. By the end of the year, he earned all DuPage Valley Conference honors in both football and baseball, as both squads are excited to see what Clark has in store for his senior season. Next up is another Naperville Central two-sport athlete and freshman Emerson Burke. The Redhawk first made a name for herself on the hardwood, becoming one of the more reliable scorers and outside shooters for Coach Andy Nussbaum. An honorable mention All-DVC and All-Area pick, Burke joined teammate Aaron Hackett as a major contributor on the girls' basketball and girls' soccer teams. In the spring, the young Red Hawk made her presence felt all over the pitch with timely goals and assists, helping Naperville Central win both a regional and its first sectional championship since 1995. Despite a super sectional loss to St. Charles North, it was a memorable season for the Red and White, as Burke was named honorable mention All-DVC and All-Area for the second time this year. Although boys gymnastics is no longer an IHSA sport, there are still plenty of great athletes competing at Naperville Central and Naperville North on the club level. The Huskies already had standout performers like Jack Halama and Mata Spudreka, but it was Ukrainian freshman Stas Kalabata who burst onto the scene as one of the best gymnasts in the state. From his first meet of the year this spring, the Husky dazzled in just about every event. At the conference meet, he competed against the top teams and individuals in the state, finishing as the runner-up on the pommel horse and winning the first place medal on the vaults. That helped North finish in second place as a team, just behind the eventual state champion, the Wheaton Co-op. With scores that frequently tallied well into the nines, state championship dreams would certainly have been a possibility. But Calabata was unable to attend the sectional meet due to national competitions. Naperville North was still able to finish in the top 10 at state as a team. Hopefully we'll be able to see much more from this high-flying freshman phenom in the years to come. Badminton is a sport where it is not uncommon to see freshmen come in and make a big impact right away. Neuqua Valley is a program that has produced many talented players in the past, and freshman Luna Hahn looks to be the next in a long line of Wildcat greats. With junior Hannah George locking down the #1 singles spot, Hahn stepped in to play 2 singles during the regular season and 1 doubles with veteran partner Kanyanat Vajwarat. Hahn rolled through singles and conference play, never suffering a loss, but doubles was always the main focus for the freshman and coach Nick Benson. Vajwarat was a state medalist a season ago and took her young partner under her wing as the duo flourished throughout the year. Once the postseason began, Hahn and Vajwarat began to lay waste to the competition, winning the DVC and sectional championships, as Neuqua Valley also won the titles as a team. Despite it being her first state appearance, Hahn did not appear intimidated by the step up in competition and the bright lights. The Wildcat pair advanced to the state championship match without dropping a set all tournament long. In the doubles final, Hahn and Vajwarat won the state championship in straight sets, 21-16, 21-14 over Stevenson, becoming the third Neuqua duo to achieve the feat. Luna Hahn became the first Neuqua Valley freshman to win a first-place badminton medal, helping her team to the third-place state trophy. The final nominee, or should I say nominees, simply could not be separated. We're talking about Bennett Academy twin softball players Lainey and Sophie Rosner. After a third-place finish at state in Class 3A a season ago, the Red Wings needed some extra punch to help with the move to 4A this spring. The pair of freshmen was just what longtime head coach Jerry Schilf needed before heading off into the sunset. Lainey instantly became one of the top hitters in an already loaded lineup, putting up a .419 batting average and driving in 20 runs on the season. Sophie was a helpful bat as well, hitting .312 at the plate with 28 RBI, including a pair of home runs and a regional championship victory over Willowbrook. But it was on the mound where she made the biggest impact, earning all conference honors and being named the ESCC Pitcher of the Year thanks to a 2.43 ERA. With the Rosners joining talented players like Nina Passari, Bridget Chapman, Grace Babbage, and Angela and Gianna Horst, the Wings rolled off 19 wins in 20 games during the middle of the season. Bennett eventually fell in a heartbreaker to Downers Grove North in the sectional semifinals, but the future remains bright for the Red Wings, thanks in part to this dynamic twin duo.
And the newcomer of the year goes to Aiden Clark of Naperville Central. He excited us on the football fields in the fall and followed up with a great spring for the Red Hawk baseball squad. The voting for this award was the closest of any category in this year's show. When we return, let's highlight some of our local teams who improved tremendously from the previous season. Then we will give you our NSW Team of the Year.
In these complicated times, local news has never been more important. DailyHerald.com lets you stay connected to your community, wherever you are.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
Throughout the year, multiple NSW teams improved their record from a season ago, including a few going from losing seasons to conference or regional champions. Preston Zabrozik gives us the nominees for the most improved team here on NSW.
First most improved team nominee comes from the first sport to start every season, girls golf. Naperville Central had one of the strongest programs in the area for decades under longtime head coach Jane Thompson. But when she retired following the 2019 season, the program found themselves stuck in the rough. This past season, the Redhawks got the ball rolling in the right direction, led by a young core that showed major growth over previous seasons. The team was regularly competitive in dual matches, and despite a 5th place finish in the DVC tournament, the Central girls improved their overall score by 52 strokes compared to 2022. At the regional meet the following week, the Redhawks once again showed they were a program on the rise, finishing in 7th place, 39 strokes better than the previous regional performance. Sophomores Ashika Patel and Poppy Marsuin also became the first sectional qualifiers for the team since 2019, while sophomores Mae Binkowski missed the cut by a single stroke. Freshman Alexa Miller, junior Avery Dunn, and senior Kate Schultz also played key roles in the turnaround that has a chance to take another big step in 2024. Our next nominee is a bit unique in the fact that the team did not even exist a season ago. The Naperville Hockey Club formed, combining longtime crosstown rivals Naperville North and Naperville Central into one team. Naperville Central did not even have a varsity team in 2022-2023, only competing in the JV division, while Naperville North had fallen into the lower tier of the Illinois West standings following a strong run of success in previous campaigns. It did not take long for the NHC to prove that it was ready to compete with the top teams in the area. Sean Delaney, Thomas King, Jacob Matthews, Ian Denker, goalie Jack Houck, and all-conference forward Louis Landoli were leaders on the ice. After qualifying for the gold bracket of the Illinois West tournament, Naperville truly turned some heads in the combined division of the Blackhawk Cup. The team picked up 3 victories, including a thrilling last-second win over the DuPage Stars, before falling to the eventual state champions, the Warriors Hockey Club, in the semifinals. With more time to work together and gel as a program, the Naperville Hockey Club should be in contention for years to come. Waubonsie Valley basketball has been a solid program over the last 7 to 8 seasons, typically battling towards the top of the DuPage Valley Conference standings. The team was solid but not spectacular a season ago, finishing 3rd in the DVC and 15-15 on the season overall. This winter, the Warriors hit the hardwood running and took the state by storm. The boys won their first 23 games of the season. It was a team efforted with likes of Tyler Threet, Ryan Morton, Cade Valek, Matt Sessom, Elijah Whitaker, Moses Wilson, Trey Blissett, and DVC Player of the Year and 3rd All-Team State Guard, Tyreek Coleman. Waubonsie won the DVC title for the first time ever and won a regional championship for just the 2nd time in the past 10 years. Mattia Valley softball is the lone team on the list to have less success in the playoffs this season than last season. But the improvement for the Mustangs comes from the full body of work throughout the season. Following a surprise run to the regional championship game despite a 13-18 record in 2023, returning Mattia players like Reese Valha, Genevieve Gonzalez, Charlie Benish, and Claire DeRosier hope for a memorable year in the spring. The black and gold crew delivered, improving to 16-13 overall, while proving to be the team to beat in the DVC. The Mustangs won the regular season conference championship for the first time in school history, as well as the DVC tournament title over Naperville Central for good measure. Benish, Velha, and Gonzalez were all unanimous DVC selections, with DeRosier and Grace Freely also being honored. Despite a tough loss to West Aurora in the regional semifinals to end the season, it was a season to remember as Mattia Valley blossomed into an area power on the diamond. It would be fair to say that the Naperville Central girls lacrosse has struggled in recent seasons. Entering the 2024 season, the Red Hawks had won a combined 4 games over the past 3 years, including a winless 2022 season. This spring, the Red Hawks were able to double that total, showcasing immense improvement and competitiveness across the field. Team captains Emily Moran, Kritika Chitnis, Claire Heller, and Tessa Williams helped the team to 8 wins and proved they could play in the clutch with a trio of victories over Geneva, St. Francis, and Rosary, coming by single goals. The Red Hawks also earned the first postseason victory in 3 years with a dominant 16-8 performance against Streamwood Co-op. Kate and Anna Schultz and Brooke Liska were all among the key upperclassmen who returned for the Red and White next season to keep the arrow pointed up for Naperville Central. Our final nominee is a team that is no stranger to success, who took a major leap from 2023 to 2024. The Waubonsie Valley baseball team finished 12-18-1 a season ago, the 5th place team in the DVC. This year, the Warriors did not just improve from last spring, they improved from a rough start to the season. After a 5-7 opening few weeks, Waubonsie went on a 20-3 tear en route to the DVC regular season and conference tournament championship. As great of a season as it was, Waubonsie and head coach Bryce Ace Vado were eager to prove their mettle in the postseason after several tough regional losses over the past 10 years. Sure enough, the Warriors earned their first regional championship since 2014 on a walk-off hit from Owen Roberts. The Star Junior followed up that with an even more memorable performance in the sectional semifinal, throwing a no-hitter and a 3-0 win over Plainfield North. Players like Riley Roberts, Ryan Gustitis, Ryan Morton, Ben Ford, Sean Carroll, Ryan Lucas, Hiroshi Wong, and Josh Hung all played major roles in helping the Green and Gold to its first sectional championship game appearance since 2005. A heartbreaking walk-off loss at Downers Grove North in the sectional final does not dampen the standout season for the Warriors on the diamond.
The winner of the most improved team is Waubonsie Valley boys basketball. It was a thrill to watch the Warriors start the season 23-0 and bring home a regional title. The NSW Team of the Year award has 7 nominations as every team on the list advanced to the state series. The winner of the award was determined by the final votes, so I will give you the nominees for NSW Season 17's Team of the Year. Our first nominee for Team of the Year is Naperville North Boys Soccer. After 3 seasons away from the IHSA State Series, the Huskies returned to the state semifinals in the fall and eventually picked up a 3rd-place trophy after beating Glenbrook North 5-2. After the graduation of Gatorade Player of the Year Alex Barger, getting to state was not easy. The path included a 1-0 win in the sectional final against rivals and reigning state champions, Naperville Central. The Huskies then trailed 1-0 in the Super Sectionals against Collinsville, but second-half goals from Jackson Stokes and Andrew Hebron propelled them to the win on a snowy late fall evening. Leading the way for the Huskies was Stokes with 29 goals and 11 assists, along with Noah Radicke with 22 tallies and 20 assists. Both juniors were all-state selections and look to guide the Huskies back to states next season. In what has become a nearly annual tradition, Bennett Academy Girls Volleyball is a Team of the Year nominee. After a state runner-up finish and an overall record of 37-5 in 2022, the Red Wings responded with an even more impressive 39-3 season. They fell in the state championship against Mother McCauley for the 2nd straight year. In the IHSA playoffs, Bennett won every match in straight sets before a thrilling 3-set win against Willowbrook in the state semis. 39 wins is the most for head coach Brad Baker and the Wings since they went 41-1 en route to a state title in 2019. This team is still young, as only 2 seniors played in over 50 sets and were led by IVCA All-State selections Linny Tarnow, a sophomore middle blocker, in addition to junior libero Anaya Warren. Tarnow was labeled as the best sophomore in the state by Prep Dig Illinois, while teammate Ellie Starnagel was 4th. Senior Christine Poland will be missed as she's off to play for the University of Illinois and led the Red Wings with 27 aces and 227 receptions. Ava Novak also graduates and moves on to play at U Chicago, but most of the Red Wing production returns in 2024. Since 2014, the Warriors Hockey Club has been one of the best combined division hockey programs in the state of Illinois. This year might have officially made the Warriors the team to beat after winning a fourth AHAI Blackhawk Cup state championship in dramatic fashion. In March, James Nafzinger scored the game winner in overtime at the United Center to give the Warriors its third Blackhawk Cup combined division title in 5 seasons. In the AHAI playoffs, the Warriors squeezed past the Stampede in the quarters before beating Naperville Hockey Club 5-2 in the semis. During the regular season, the Warriors won a 6th straight Carillon Cup and lost just once in Illinois West regular season play to go along with 14 wins. After winning the state title, the Green and Gold competed at the USA Hockey National Championship against some of the best high school teams in the country. Multiple Warriors earned NSW Play of the Week honors, including Captain Evan Ziegler, who shined throughout the season. He recorded 18 goals and 23 assists in 15 conference games before dominating in the playoffs with 6 goals and 3 assists in just 4 knockout contests. Goalie Andrew Fichtel and forward Michael McLean joined Ziegler as All-State members. Over the past 10 or so years, the Warriors have consisted of players from Waubonsie and Metea Valley, but starting this spring, the team will include players from Wheaton North and Wheaton Warrenville South as a new era begins with black and blue colors. Waubonsie Valley girls basketball is our next nominee, and this season was the best in school history with a program-high 32 wins against just 5 losses. The Warriors won the DVC for the first time with a perfect 10-0 record and followed that up with some thrilling postseason success. The Warriors trailed by 4 in the 4th quarter of the sectional semifinals, but pulled away late to defeat Downers Grove North. In the sectional final, Lily Newton scored off a last-second layup to lift Waubonsie Valley past Bennett Academy, who had beaten the Warriors in 3 straight postseasons. Then in the super sectionals against Alton, Waubonsie trailed by 3 in the final seconds before Daniela Porcozo nailed a 3 to send it to overtime. Waubonsie went on to win 55-53 in OT, advancing to the program's first state series. Although they lost both games down at state, the Warriors finished as the 4th best team in Class 4A. Porcozo, the conference player of the year, led the way in scoring with 19.4 points per game to go along with 6.4 rebounds and 3 assists. Hannah Lobb is the lone starter lost to graduation after averaging 13 points per game as a senior. Naperville North boys water polo enjoyed a 3rd straight sectional championship this spring and made its first state semifinal appearance since 2014. The Huskies held an impressive 30-5 record, but only 2 of the losses came from teams in Illinois. One of the losses came in the state semis against Stevenson by a single goal, who the Huskies had already beaten 3 times prior in the regular season. North won the 3rd place game 17-9 and even beat the eventual state champions Lyons Township once during the regular season. Senior Brett Grady was a second-team All-State pick. First-team All-State selections Jack Reif and Mason Hoffman enjoyed spectacular junior seasons for the Blue and Orange. Reif scored 103 goals and 53 assists, while Hoffman led the Huskies with 131 scores and 55 assists. Moving on to our 6th nominee, Bennett Academy Girls Lacrosse. The Red Wings enjoyed one of the best seasons in program history, recording a 23-3 record and finishing as state runner-up. 2 losses, including the state championship game, came against Loyola Academy, one of the top programs in the country. The Red Wings finished as a top 7 team in the Midwest, according to USA Lacrosse, after being led by 4 first-team All-State selections. Dagny Tamba, goalie Madeline Jensen, Shannon Early, and Gigi Karelko took home the top honors. Madeline Trapp was named to the second team, and Madison Timmons secured a third-team spot. Early and Karelka were one of the best duos in the state, as the two combined for over 200 goals and 60 assists on the season. Once the playoffs began, Bennett cruised its way to the state final, winning every game by 8 or more goals, including an 18-6 thrashing against Lake Forest in the state semis, advancing to the state championship for the first time in program history. We close with the Neuqua Valley badminton team, another program that is no stranger to the NSW Award Show. The Wildcats went undefeated in the regular season before going on another terrific postseason run. The Wildcats won every conference matchup comfortably, and the lineup was strong from top to bottom. Neuqua won a 9th straight sectional title as they dominated the event, qualifying all team participants for state. Both the singles and doubles championships were played between Neuqua Valley teams. Freshman Luna Han and junior Kenyanyat Vajvorat took down Sanaya Joseph and Yilin Liu in the sectional final, while Wildcat Hannah George defeated teammate Amber Shee. At the state meet in DeKalb, Neuqua Valley finished in third as a team, thanks to Han and Vajvorat dominating the courts in doubles. The duo took home the state title, winning the final in straight sets against Stevenson, 21-16, 21-14. George took home third place in singles for her third straight top 3 finish. Had it not been for an injury to Yilin Liu in the consolation quarters, the Blue and Golds may have had a shot at the team state championship. Regardless, the Wildcats have now won a state trophy 3 of the 4 past years and will return almost all the same talents next season. And the Team of the Year award goes to Warriors Hockey Club. They were our lone team state champion and impressed throughout the year with multiple trophies. When we return, let's close out the show with our top plays of the year. From game winners to posterizing dunks and long-distance scores, we have it all coming up next.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Do you want all the most exciting highlights from your student athlete's high school career? Relive all your favorite stories and moments from the past few seasons of Naperville Sports Weekly by purchasing digital downloads. Visit nctv17.org/shop to order today. We start the top 10 countdown with Naperville Central golfer Zach Boyton, who's chipping from off the green at Orchard Valley. He lands the ball just on the putting surface, letting it roll out towards the hole and into the cup. It's a perfect shot from the Red Hawk as he went on to shoot a career-low round. We've seen some great water polo goals this season, but this one from Neuqua Valley Samira Nadgar is the best. In the final moments of the third, Nadgar gets the pass at mid-pool and decides to let one fly from another area code. She scores bar down with only a second remaining in the period. Just perfect placement and a perfect celebration. Matia Valley Basketball's Will Ashford was one of the most athletic players in the area and threw down some great dunks throughout the year. Dominic Smith cuts down the baseline and lays it off to Ashford, who wastes no time to dunk all over the Wabanzi defender. A great pass and an even better finish, as this posterizing slam earned him the NSW Play of the Month in January. We have plenty of offensive highlights, so let's see one of the best defensive plays from the year. Naperville North and Naperville Central boys soccer are scoreless in the sectional final. A free kick is sent into the box, and it looks like it's going to trickle in, but Husky defender Sam Hess is there for a sliding goal line clearance. Some Redhawks even celebrate, but Hess stays composed and North would win 1-0. In the Blackhawk Cup, Naperville Hockey Club is tied with DuPage in the final seconds. Louis Iandoli embarrasses the defense with a move and a no-look pass to Broden Oswald, who goes backhand top shelf for the game winner. A moment the two will never forget. Waubonsie Valley girls basketball had a season to remember, and Lily Newton came up clutch to beat Bennett in the sectional final. Daniela Porcozo gets double-teamed by the Red Wing defense, giving it off to Newton. She cuts inside the paint and kisses one off the glass, scoring with less than a second to go. Coming in at number 4 is a performance for the ages from DuPage Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year, Owen Roberts. The Warrior was locked in during the sectional finals, throwing a no-hitter against Plainfield North. He collected 7 strikeouts on the day and finished the year with a 10-0 record and a 1.09 ERA. Back to the pitch with Bennett Academy playing Nazareth in the regional final. The ball works its way to Jason Rydell, and he takes a look at goal from a long way out. He hits it as perfectly as you can for the score. Rydell's strike helped give Bennett another regional title. Growing up, many dream of scoring a game winner at state. Warriors Hockey Club is tied with Chicago North in overtime of the Combined Division State Championship. James Nafzinger gets the puck and rips one blocker side past the goalie for the game winner. What a moment at the United Center, giving the Warriors its 4th state championship. Our top play of the year comes in the final moments of the IHSA Girls Basketball Super Sectional. Waubonsie Valley trails by 3 with Daniela Porcozo bringing the ball up. She gives it to Hannah Lobb, who gets double teamed, and that frees up the sophomore. Porcozo hits nylon on the 3, tying the game with 5 seconds to go. The Warriors would go on to win in overtime. That wraps up our annual awards show as we officially close the book on another season of Naperville Sports Weekly. Thank you for tuning in every week as we've enjoyed some great moments dating all the way back to August. A special thank you to everyone here at NCTV 17, from our reporters covering the games to the staff behind the scenes. It's been a complete team effort to make our 17th year of Naperville Sports Weekly one to remember. And thank you to Trunell Insurance and our presenting sponsor BMO for making this all possible as well. For the final time this season, I'm your host, Joe Kennedy. Have a great summer, Naperville, and we'll see you in the fall.